Hi Leo, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a general tarot reading for the month of August 2021. Thank you so much for joining me, and if you could go ahead and like this video, and as always I want to remind you to leave me a comment down below about your month, your individual situation, and go ahead and share the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now when subscribing, don't forget that little notification bell. So when meditating on your energy overall in general for the month, the message that came through was too much but not enough. Too much but not enough. So let's begin. We're going to start by doing some shuffling. We're pulling cards from the Gilded Tarot Royale deck. Let's do some shuffling this way first. I'm getting a very kind of annoyed but excited and somewhat satisfied vibe and mood about you. Interesting. For lovely Leos for the month of August 2021. All right, we have the first half pretty easily. What else do we have for Leo? Thank you, Spirit. And keep them coming. And we have them all. Perfect. Okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You find yourself throughout the month of August, even if you're not fully enjoying it at times, putting in the necessary effort, the necessary work towards the completion of certain goals you have set in place. It feels like there's one big goal that you are striving for, and you have been for a bit. And maybe there's certain financial goals and certain other small goals in between you and that bigger goal, whether it's to move or whether it's to begin this or that. But it feels like a big fresh start that Leo's been working their ass off towards, and we'll get there soon enough. It's kind of so close that you can almost taste it, but just a little bit more work to put in before you get there. And so we're beginning with the Hermit. So you begin the month of August, and I'm hearing nobody understands the work that Leo's been putting in behind the scenes, and that work continues into the beginning of August. And they're saying it happens throughout the entirety of the month, but there's a highlight on it to begin August. I'm special, and a lot of times being so special or being so important in your own individual Leo way leaves you feeling misunderstood at times and needing to sort of retract and do things in your own way or be within your own energy. A lot of Leos out there feel the need to, or feel pushed in one way, shape, or form to guide the way for others. And it being such a strong and important position, even if that means just guiding the way for a select few or maybe one person, or it could be more on a grander scale, feeling at times, again, needing to take a step back and take care of you. There's also a level of wherever it lies within this first chunk of the month, Leo's getting quite irritated with certain energies they're surrounded with, feeling as if a situation is not ideal, having to reassess given huge new beginnings on the horizon. Who is really a good energy for you at this time? You kind of already making your mind up previously as to which energies affect you in an unhealthy way. And at times you may be in a living situation or in a job or a group of friends, whatever it may be that feels necessary, but has its time stamp, if you will, its expiration date. You feel the need to separate yourself from certain energies until you can make this big change for the better of your life, the better of your situation. You'll get there, have patience with yourself in the process as things improve. And remember that even within a situation that isn't ideal, excuse me if I could say it, there are benefits, there are lessons to be learned, and there's a chance to grow. And some of you get frustrated because within this hermit mode, it's like there's a lot of work to accomplish, or there's a lot of energies. At times it's like the overall message says, it's too much, but it's not enough, right? Looking for that bigger, better situation, the more ideal situation, but at times feeling like you still have a lot going on, or there's a lot of energies, or a lot of people surrounding you when you're trying to be in a hermit mode, but just not satisfied enough in one way, shape, or form. We're moving on to the second card where we have the Queen of Swords. You make your way to the middle of the first half of the month. And I'm hearing it exactly this way. Who has got to go? Are you feeling like in a mood at this point in the month where it's like, I'm not taking any crap, right? I've dealt with a lot of BS within June and July, just in the past months in general. I've been walked over, people have walked all over me one too many times in the recent past, or in the past in general. And it's time to decide. It's time to decide who deserves that seat next to Leo, who deserves to come with you on this crazy ride you envision for yourself in the near future, or in the future in general. Remembering that your future is so damn bright and that you have a lot to look forward to. And again, feeling this new fresh start, this beginning so close that you've been working your ass off towards, at times feeling like you have to settle with this or that in order to get to that point, in order to kind of save a certain amount of money, or you get the point. There are certain goals, once again, between you and that bigger goal. Now I gotta decide. Now I gotta figure out who and what's coming with me. Feeling a very kind of, all right, let's do it a bit more simplistic this time around, or let's just not overcomplicate things. Taking with you a lot of knowledge and wisdom you've gained over the years, but especially about energies. You feeling once again that your alone time is so precious. And your inner peace, your inner peace, you needing a more peaceful life, and so you knowing that certain energies aren't gonna help you in that sense. And sure, there are certain energies and people that you can't fully be done with moving forward, whether they're family or certain friends that you know are going to be with you for a lifetime, whatever the case may be. But you just know that it would be smart to kind of set a new set of boundaries within this new chapter, as you get ready and get more excited for all that's to come. And I'm being drawn to the doves that are flying around her in the imagery. It's around this point in the month where you start to regain hope, regain faith in what's about to come once again. And we're moving on to the Six of Pentacles. Abundance begins to flow in as you make your way to wrap up the first half of the month. You take a step back and you're like, well, damn, things are starting to work out. You've been trying to trust in spirit and the universe and how things are meant to unravel. But let's be honest, in June and July and just the previous months, it was really hard to do just that. It was really hard, people testing you, or obstacles popping up in your way, or just feeling like things were too blah at times. Going back to the overall message, feeling like you're dealing with a lot at this point within or around you, but it's just not enough for you. You feel like you're destined for so much more, and spirit will keep reminding you in small ways that you are, that this intuitive feeling that's coming over you is accurate. And I can hear the birds chirping in the background, and they're bringing me right back to these doves once again. Messages coming through, potentially through animals. You're enough. You deserve more. It's coming. You're a Leo. You're meant to live this amazing life and certain forms of abundance, whether they're financial, clarity on the future, or the past come in, and all of which leaves you in a happier mood or simply makes you feel a bit more grounded, and helps you get through a couple more small obstacles in this first half of the month as you strive for bigger and better once again. Way to the second half of the month in spread, we have the Hangman, or the Hanging Man, excuse me. I'm hearing the wheels are turning in Leo's mind. You coming up with new creative solutions to obstacles or issues that have been standing in your way between you and your goals, or between you and that big fresh starter goal of yours. How can I do this? How am I going to make this happen? And Spirit feeling as if these two cards go hand in hand, kind of going from the end of the first half into the beginning of the second half, where abundance flows in forms of clarity, assistance from your guides, from the universe to help you with this fresh start. But at times you're feeling a bit pessimistic, or slipping back into that state of being and way of viewing your situation. Feeling like certain energies once again frustrate you to the max. Or feeling as if your situation is so, it just isn't ideal, and it frustrates you at times. But I need to, I'm being pushed by Spirit in the universe to take a step back and remember that this isn't all. This isn't everything. This is temporary. You know, whatever it is, whether it's a living situation, a job, a relationship, a group of friends, there's more. There's more to experience. Leo feeling a need to, a desire to travel at this point, or to just experience more of life. I'm hearing now, I'm a Leo. Why did I settle in the past? Why? And it's this point, it's almost a huge turning point for Leos, where they're realizing, damn, I should never have settled. Okay, fine. But can't rewind, you know, at this point. I can learn from it, can grow from it. No longer settling. Choosing to adjust my perspective, keep it optimistic. Allow those wheels in your mind to keep churning as you come up with more creative solutions and decide, I don't want to settle anymore. That I accept that I deserve 10 times better than what I've experienced up until this point. Being aligned with the Hermit card. It's this perspective that will come, these wheels will turn most productively, you'll find, when you're alone, or when you kind of separate yourself from those annoying energies. People trying to control how things unravel for you, but you feeling as if you have a better grasp on things than they would ever. Some people trying to tell you how to move forward with your future endeavors, and you just being like, I'm a Leo, I gotta kind of figure it out, even though you're inside just still trying to figure this and that out. But you're not showing it on the exterior, you're not showing it to those around you. You're just kind of figuring it out within and being like, we'll get there. We'll get there, meaning you and your guides, or you get the point. Not needing to sort of involve everybody and their mother in the decisions as you proceed. The Nine of Wands. As you make your way to the middle of the second half of the month, you feel so burnt out. It feels like you are going on this never-ending battle towards this new fresh start or the completion of certain goals. I've got this. It's like seeing a Leo in the mirror giving yourself a pep talk, all the meanwhile being like, well, okay, damn, you're looking good. But I'm feeling quite exhausted at this point. Feeling a lot of you have to get up early or stay up late in order to complete this or that, or finding it hard to sleep, or simply feeling like you are just worn down from absorbing certain energies, or just being so dedicated to your goals. I'm hearing go there, go the distance. It's this point where you feel a bit depleted and so exhausted, but it's almost like you're so close to the finish line that I'm almost seeing it like you're in a running race, where why would you give up being that close to the finish line, right? You being like, I'm just gonna power through. But Spirit's saying, don't forget to go the distance, but implement self-care at the same time, allowing yourself to prevail in that sense as well. Remembering that when you get to the beginning of this fresh start or the finish line, it's not like a running race where you can just finish the race and be like, I can't breathe or I can collapse and we're good. the race is over. It's you wanting to make your way to the beginning of this fresh start, or the completion of certain goals, and be able to proceed productively in a healthy manner. So make sure you're taking care of yourself at this point in the month. Being aligned with the Queen of Swords, it's you feeling so depleted or on edge at times, maybe a little anxious because of certain energies or people, or maybe a situation or two that you're wrapped up in. And so you kind of, without meaning to or being pushed by spirit in the universe, entering that Queen of Swords mindset once again, and make sure you're doing so productively. Because let's be honest, when a Leo feels it on edge or irritated, simply frustrated, they can take this Queen of Swords mindset pretty far, and need to remember that certain decisions can end up being permanent when sort of making a concrete decision. Horribly put, and you see where I'm going with this. You may not be able to fully grasp what you're trying to get across, or think at this point in the month, because you're feeling so depleted or affected in one way, shape, or form by certain energies. So just something to keep in mind as you're planning to make certain changes and adjustments, but not fully ready to do just that. And we're finishing up the month in this road with Justice. The month finishes off, or begins to, and you find the scales starting to balance out for you. You can start to taste even more so this fresh start, this new beginning. You getting a reminder from Spirit in the universe that things are starting to work out for you, that all that you've been through up until this point has been worth it, that your hard work is starting to pay off. For whatever reason, they want me to mention you kind of taking on a very Libra way of being at this point in the month as things start to wrap up, wanting people to sort of get along, whether it's in a home situation, a group of friends, in your work, feeling a need to sort of be the pillar of light in the midst of it all, and just kind of try to get everybody to get along. The blending of energies at times can be truly difficult and abrupt, and you just feeling quite affected in the midst of it all, feeling like it's a bit of a tornado, realizing once again, being drawn back, this is too much, but it's just not enough. Spirit being like, hold on, Leo, just hang in there, you're almost there. Some Leo's taking certain big steps towards this fresh start and feeling so damn proud of themselves, even though there are other people around them trying to control this or that, or make them doubt what's ahead. Being aligned with the Six of Pentacles, the abundance keeps flowing in one way, shape, or form, to keep your head held high, to keep you motivated, to remember that you deserve so much more as you experience, once again, too much, but not enough. Alrighty, Leo, so I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like this video. Go ahead and leave me a comment about your situation. Do share the video if you could. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I hope you have the most amazing month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Leo.